welcome back everyone. This is round 3 of the Magic 2014 sealed campaign. We're still running our green-white deck. We didn't get any booster after the last round, but we will get one after we defeat Chase, who's a blue mage, so we can expect some shenanigans going on here. This hand is a keep. We have a turn 2, 3 and 4 play. We have all the lands we need so far. Let's hope we don't draw too many more, since our curve pretty much stops at 6. Alright, more land. It's not great. We have to be careful playing our Oaken form here, because blue has a bunch of ways to return creatures to your hand. So that means we will lose the enchantment. A 1/3 vanilla creature. That's okay in my book. So the risk of playing Oaken form here is if he has an unsummon, we pretty much get wrecked. So I'd rather just pass the turn, play our flyer next turn, and use our Oaken form when we really need it. Phantasmal Dragon. Well, that's a problem. And yet more land. That's the risk, I guess. So, if we play our flyer here, he gets in for 5. And then next turn we could either Oaken form or flyer. Or what we also could do is Oaken form his creature, which becomes a target of a spell or ability and then gets sacrificed. So I don't know if it's best to take 5 and try and racing him, but that doesn't really seem like a good idea. You could just remove it, and then next turn we have a flyer out. Or we could take 5 and then be able to attack next turn. I think I'm okay taking 5 this turn, and then maybe having a better play next turn. Maybe we can Oaken form or flyer, who knows. Voidstalker, alright. So it's basically a removal spell that can also attack. Yep, gets in. Unsummon, yep, there it is. Gets rid of our flyer. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. So we could take 5 again, but that doesn't really seem like a good idea, because then he can just remove our flyer. Yeah, I think we have to go for it here. Using the Oaken form on the sliver isn't really an option, since next turn he just uses his Voidstalker to get rid of it. So we're hoping to draw some good creatures here. I don't mind that. You should avoid playing cards like these, since they don't really affect the board in any way. Unless you're like some sort of control deck with a lot of removal and you need the life. Alright, so now we can play 2 creatures a turn, which is the advantage of having a pretty cheap deck that doesn't play expensive spells. I think attacking doesn't really accomplish anything, so just playing our 2 guys. If we draw like our overwhelming stampede, then we're in business. Yep, clone. What's he gonna get? Another Void Stalker? Nope, or a Flyer. Alright. Well, the good news about that is we can still attack with our Flyer, since it gets +1/+1 when it attacks, so we can't really block it with his Flyer. And we can block his Flyer when he attacks, so drawing land isn't great, but what can you do? He's ahead on life, so if we keep exchanging 3 damage a turn, we won't win this. So I'm probably forced to block his Flyer here if he attacks. He does not. Archaeomancer for the unsummon. That's annoying. Alright, come on deck, we can do this. Rock Egg. Decent. The only problem is we're gonna have a hard time activating it, since he doesn't really have big creatures that are attacking us. But I guess it's better than a land. Something we haven't done before is sideboarding for a specific matchup. Oh, I see. You just want to gain a bunch of life. That's okay. So, it's gonna keep looping this and gain infinite life. Well, infinite, like 2 life a turn. Alright, we got our worm. So we're certainly back in business. This deadly recluse here is nicely holding off his Flyer. So yeah, if we get an overwhelming stampede or Might of Oaks, or even, yep. So he's no longer on the Archaeomancer plan, and now he's gonna Void Stalk our worm. So we can still draw it again sooner or later, but probably gonna be later. Sure. Block. Turn to Frog. It loses all abilities, so we won't get our bird. That's unfortunate. If we had double block there, we would have lost our sliver, so I don't think that's really very good. I think we can, if we attack with our sliver here, we're basically trading 2 damage for 2 damage, since if we play our recluse here, he might not attack with his Archaeomancer, so I think it's worth it. Let's see what he does. He might not even attack. Nope, he doesn't. Alright. Oh no, Harbor Serpent. Yeah, that's a problem. At least we don't have any islands, so it's just a 5-5. And yet more lands. So we'll probably have to block his Harbor Serpent with our Deadly Recluse here if he attacks. That saves the most damage in the long run, certainly. Nothing. Well, there we go. Overwhelming Stampede. X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Well, too bad we don't have our worm anymore. And we can't make this a 3-3 and play Overwhelming Stampede before attacks. So that's unfortunate. I think we just keep this and hope to draw a bigger guy. Since now if we use it, I mean, he can just block our sliver, even if it's a 4-4, and he'll probably let Recluse go through, so that's just 3 damage. So I guess I'm just gonna attack here. I'm not sure if I should play my lands here, because I know there's a blue card that basically makes you discard 2 cards, but I don't know if it's in the sealed format or not. But better be safe than sorry, I guess. Still no attacks, but we do get a Bell Tower Sphinx. So that means we can no longer attack with our flyer here. This isn't going very well. And Asset Scatter, we don't care. Well, this board is stalling out. And now he's getting in there. So, our options are blocking the Harbor Serpent with our Recluse, blocking the Sphinx with our Recluse, or blocking the other flyer with the Recluse. Blocking the Harbor Serpent means saving more damage. Blocking the Sphinx means we can get through with our flyer. He's on 13 life. Think we have to go for the Serpent here. If we go for the Sphinx, going for the Serpent. Hey, that's our worm. So if we Overwhelming Stampede now, our guys get each +6/+6, meaning that's a whole lot of damage. He has no cards in hand, so let's do the math here. That 6 is 12, +5 is 17 damage. but he does have 5 toughness, so we won't be able to kill him this turn. But he won't be able to kill us, so we'll be able to kill him next turn if he doesn't do anything. Yeah, we have to go for it here. He's on 2 life. He plays a land. So he attacks. That's strange. I don't think he would have been dead that turn. Or would he? Yeah, he would have lost 3 life since our worm has trampled, so well, we got there. That was a close game. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Whew. Lots of decisions there, and turns out we made some good decisions since we got there. Maybe not the best ones, but alright, we got a booster, which means we'll go to the deck manager and we'll get to upgrade our deck. And what do we get? Destructive Force. So basically a crazy red sorcery. A couple decent green cards here. Alright, think we'll be able to make our deck even better. I'll skip the building part and show you the final result. Welcome back everyone. I haven't made a ton of changes to the deck. I basically removed our rampant growth since our curve is pretty low and we don't really need the fixing anymore. And I've added another Oaken form to give our one power guys some more power. I did think about changing our whites and maybe adding red, but I still believe our white cards are more consistent, especially the cheaper cards. I also contemplated adding black instead of white, but the same problem arises that black doesn't have as many quality creatures in the 2 and 3 drop slot. So I'm still gonna go green-white here, but maybe the next booster could change our mind, or maybe the matchup is bad with white cards and we might want to change our second color. I definitely think that green is our strongest color here with Might of Oaks and Overwhelming Stampede. So we'll run this deck and I'll see you guys in round 4.